put out. It's gonna be them pale faces gonna be put out. All that junk. Do you talking like this? Put over there. Hey, film this, man.
Camera.
I just figured it out. Like, kids don't get kids. Look at you, bring it already. I figured that turned out. Daddy get a picture of put on my brother like thumb to keep sucking his thumb. I figured that junk out.
You need to go up. You need to be in this row. You need to be in this row.
Talking about handkerchief, nigga. That's what the handkerchief nigga is. They go that bell. You started it.
You don't see Ariel?
If you go too far, you
You don't see nothing. Because his phone is on YouTube. You don't see Ariel? Okay, so I just go. I'm like,
You see,
yeah, he said.
it says 3 viewers.
I didn't get no microphone. I got the box that the microphones go in, but I don't have any microphones. I don't know. All I got is that case that you bought to put the microphones in. There was nothing in that case. Okay, he said make sure you title it right and make sure that people can see it. Because this is clear right now. Make sure the people can hear it, because I don't. They can hear it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it on my phone now. What's his name? I'm trying to look at it on my phone now. It's perfect. And what's his name on YouTube? I just had it on your phone, but I just hooked your phone.
You got the heat on today.
Ooh, wait, yeah. I been up in here. Oh my gosh. It ain't too cold, it's too hot.
It feel good.
Oh, okay.
Here.
All right.
I just had it on your phone. I just hooked your phone. Transistor.
That's gonna make it too close.
I know, I'm trying to see on my phone.
That's gonna make it too close. That's gonna make it too
That's the one they wanted to use for their TikTok. Yeah.
That one don't go on.
What, we live? That's TikTok. Oh,
Yeah, that's YouTube. It's already on. Hello, America. And then Eric was the one that was in front of it. Who I am. So I state my name again. That's where my visit inside this City Hall. Called this auditorium. And as you can see, the city clerk is getting ready for last week or 3 days ago, council, when they broke up the form, Tarzan got up and walked out and he thought they should follow his lead. And you see, before we transfer the money. But anyway, the night, after whoever was gonna pray the eulogies, yeah, it might as well be a eulogy, because it ain't gonna be nothing nice when the prayer gets done. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking this, because I'm gonna let the clerk open it up the right way. Good evening, America. Like Paul Harvey, good day. And Paul back in the back, the black Paul.
Don't look right there. I make it lower. It don't look right there.
yeah, two of them. Yeah, red ones, you know, any kind. Right.
You ain't got the other phone?
Chairs, are they temporary? On the furniture? Even though I know they're probably tired. Yeah, they'll scratch them. Which, bring all of them. I hear you.
I need something that'll last. Just people like this guy.
Oh yeah, and you know this.
Oh my, would that reach? That charger? Would that reach for that charger? That's,
I ain't got nothing for this.
that one go to that one. This one go to that one.
Okay. That's your leg. That's the charger making. Right.
Oh, there he is. Man. Hey, who done turned you into a mouse? I'd rather be a rat than a mouse. You're coming in too quiet, sir. You usually let us know when you're coming. Hey, you're talking before you come. All right. Mouse in the chamber.
Them people interrupting this meeting, get their asses out.
I guess you heard that, Dr. Lewis.
You don't like your coworkers? You gotta start.
Oh my God, she the only one quiet. Oh,
This is a
what? You looking at me? Now listen here, lady. What you say? Oh. So let me tell Miss Donahue, the city clerk. Point of order. She eyeballing me. Bring that down south stuff up north. Think you're gonna work on us darkies up here? Oh no. Oh, darky. The darky got to look on the ground. Oh my God. Ooh, come on, you better sit back there, man. What they done to you? Actually, see all that? Oh, you little. You come to that like a mountain. You can hear him right there. Really? He shocked me when he, anyway, listen to this. Wow, I've been going a long time. Ain't no supposed fun here, fun up with yourself. Come on, I don't do shit. Wow. I told you, man. Ain't no sport fun. You've been going like it. Everybody knows like this. Where you at a Flint? We're taking them too much vacation. They think Phil Face be running them out of town. Like they ain't taking no vacation. Look at me, man. You can find out. can't tell. Hey, okay, good. All right. Oh, okay. Hey. This girl said, oh. Wait, I got it. Yeah, okay. I'm talking about.
It is 5:39 on September the 14th, 2023, and I call the special meeting of the Flint City Council as posted by Mayor Sheldon Neely at 5 p.m. on Tuesday, September 12th to order. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Mayor, Ms. Lewis,
Present.
Mr. Murphy, Ms. Christie, Ms. Diana, Mr. Carter, Ms. Diana, Ms. Burns, present. Ms. Michelle,
Present.
Mr. Pfeiffer,
Present.
Ms. Worthing,
Present.
we have 5 members present.
We have 5 members present. Now time for the pledge of allegiance led by Councilperson Dennis Pfeiffer. honor anyone that have passed away? Seeing none, I would like to have a moment of silence for a community member. I refer to him affectionately as Mr. Greg. He was hit in his wheelchair on Pasadena and MLK, and he had passed away. So that's like to remember Mr. Greg. All right. So now it's time for our prayer or blessing. Councilmember Burns, would you like to render the blessing?
Madam Chair, I was not prepared for that because I am. So I will pass these. Thank you for all.
Councilperson Michelle?
If all minds are clear, Heavenly Father, we come to you now. Just first and foremost, thanking you for this day and time. Thank you for your grace, your mercy, your love, and your favor for allowing us all to be here one more time. Ask now that as this meeting goes forward, that we would all hear one another, that we would have the minds, Lord God, the hearts, and the will to do what is best for your people, what is edifying, that we continue to keep it. I thank you ahead of time that the reverends feel heard and that we understand what we're here to do today. It is in the mighty name of Jesus, I thank you and I pray, amen.
Reading of the disorderly person city subsection. Any person that persists in disrupting this meeting will be in violation of the Flint City Code Section 3110, disorderly conduct, assault and battery, and disorderly persons, and will be subject to arrest for misdemeanor. Any person who prevents the peaceful and orderly conduct of any meeting will be given one warning. If they persist in disrupting the meeting, the individual will be subject to arrest. Violators shall be removed from the meeting. So now it is time for public speaking. Any public speakers? Madam Clerk.
That's all I did.
What did you point, Mr. Mayor?
I got two agendas in front of me. Through you to the city attorney, if I may, or to you. Two agendas in front of me. One of them shows that we go from the reading of disorderly persons to public speaking. The other one shows that we go from reading of disorderly persons to request for changes or additions to the agenda. Which agenda are we going to have?
I believe the chair called to order the meeting that was posted by Mayor Healy.
So, it was a meeting posted by Mayor Neely, but it was also a meeting posted by two council members. This is a city council meeting. Mr. City Attorney, is it your legal opinion that the posting of the meeting by two council members means nothing?
That is not my opinion at all.
So the posting by the two council members do mean something?
It means that the two council members posted a meeting notice.
And they were posted, it was posted at the exact same time and place as the mayor's posting.
That is incorrect. The
So it was posted for 5:30 in council chambers today.
The mayor's notice was posted at 5 p.m. on Tuesday, September 12th.
I didn't say when it was posted, but listen to me closely. I said that the meeting posted by the mayor was posted for 5:30 today in this city council chamber. The meeting by Mays and Burns was posted for today at 5:30 in council chambers. You understand that, correct?
Yes, I do understand.
Okay, now let me go don't get all the opportunity you need as long as the chair don't interfere. So, once the posting was posted by 2 council members, they have an opportunity to communicate about the agenda. But would you agree that even if a meeting was posted by the mayor, city council still have input on that agenda?
No, that is not correct.
Okay, let me ask you this question, since you answered no, that when the mayor posts a meeting, council has no input on the agenda. Does the council rules apply on the conduct of the meeting that you let the mayor post, or the mayor have another set of council rules in mind?
Let me
Hold up, the reason I ask that, because our council rules has a structure.
What's your point?
I don't know what's happening here. We're in a meeting and we're at public speaking. There is no valid point of order. We're in the mayor's meeting. We should be moving on.
Point of order, accepted.
Let me continue with my point of order, if I may.
Mr. Mays, if you could please, wrap this up,
Yeah, this
because
is-
point of order should be.
This is a legal question on the conduct of the meeting. Attorney General,
Mr. Mays, so, thank you. So what we need to have.
don't thank me, point of order.
What are your, what rule of
Attorney General, are you telling me that the council rules that sets our agenda don't apply to the mayor posting?
That is not what I'm saying.
Okay, then how do you get around not no agenda changes on the agenda? And why do we have 2 agendas with 2 different procedures?
There are 2 agendas because there were 2 meetings that were called. The fact that they were called at the same time doesn't magically convert them into a single meeting. Meeting notice that was posted by Mayor Neely, as specified in the Flint City Charter, which states that the mayor or any 2 council members of the city council may call a special meeting of the city council upon 24 hours to each city council member and the public, stating the purpose of the meeting. The purpose of the meeting in Mayor Neely's notice was to consider before resolutions that were listed. It would be improper for it would be a violation of the charter for that special meeting to consider other items because it was not listed in the purpose.
Attorney General, you not answering my question. My question is specific about the order of the adopted agenda in council rules. Do we still, in your legal opinion, hold on, one at a time, do we still, in your legal opinion, follow the council rules on the conduct of the meeting? That's my question.
I believe I did answer your question. The city charter limits the special meetings to the purposes that are stated in the notice.
Attorney General, when there's a conflict between the mayor's office and
Point of
the
order.
council,
What's your point?
Point of order. There was a question asked and answered.
Point of order accepted. Thank you, Mr. Mays. They answered, your point of order, so we must.
no, you got a rule on my point of order about these different agendas. We were talking with the, city attorney. She interjected on the point of order.
Mr. Mays,
Let me
he
finish my
answered.
point,
We
please.
did.
Did you rule on my point of
Mr.
order?
Mays, you wouldn't stop talking. So.
I didn't have to,
so
because
concern-
you called a point of order. I'm just asking you politely to rule on my point of order if it relates to the agenda, and then I have the right to.
Mr. Mays, what's your point of order?
My point of order is that we have a rules that adopts the procedure for agenda for any council meeting or a special meeting. I don't know, I'm not looking at it. I think Mr. Bible pulled it out. But I was trying to ask the city attorney before we proceed, because I got 2 agendas in front of me. Which one do I go by?
Not a problem, I'm about to roll, so, I understand your point of order. At the beginning of this meeting, the chair stated that this special meeting of the Flint City Council, it is as posted by Mayor Sheldon Neely. at 5 o'clock on Tuesday, September 12th. So this is the agenda that we are going to
I
pursue this
appeal
week.
the ruling of the chair.
That's fine. There's an appeal to the ruling of the chair. Is there a second?
Madam Chair, second that.
All right, it has been appealed and properly seconded. So there has been an appeal that we are following the agenda set forth by Mayor Sheldon Neely at 5 o'clock on Tuesday, September the 12th. Mr. Mays?
Yeah, Madam Chair, let me make it perfectly clear. Whatever the majority of this council do, that's the majority of this council's business. Whenever there's a conflict between the city council and the mayor's office, Attorney Kim has a duty and a responsibility to ship it out to an independent legal counsel. Attorney Kim is to act as a counsel, legal counsel for the mayor and the city council. This is a special city council meeting, and it was posted properly, won by the mayor, and at the exact same time and day, won by 2 council members. Now, the mayor don't run the city council. He runs the executive branch of government, and you gonna make a decision that the agenda can't be set with no council input by the council. That's ludicrous. This is the city council. Ms. Burns, myself, you, Michael, anybody can have input on a city council agenda. And I believe attorneys other than Attorney Kim leaning over backwards to try to appease the mayor and ignore the council would make that decision. Now, normally, if the mayor calls a council meeting, he will communicate with the president of the council and get input, and with the clerk. In this case, I don't think the mayor did that. I think what he did was just want to be on the news talking about the council not finishing important business, politics. We've got a council to run. We do have input on our agenda through you to the city attorney, if I may. Do we have a council room that has agenda changes anywhere in it? Do you know? And if you don't know, through you to Mr. Pipe, I see you looking, did you see the council rules on the agenda?
So, yes, Mr. Mays, but you're probably not gonna like what I'm gonna say.
You probably gonna say it's with reference to a regular meeting. I already know. But we still have input on any council meeting agenda. If we, the council, can't have input on our own business, that's ludicrous. So I will be voting yes to overturn the ruling of the chair because the clerk is an appointee of the council. She did what she was supposed to do, post a council meeting called by 2 council members. The mayor reminded me.
And thank you, Mr. Mays, that's your comment. Anyone else like to speak on this appeal, Mr. Piper?
So our council rules do not address special meetings, especially when called by the mayor. This, to me, is no different than, the mayor calling the state of the city address. That there is no full agenda, the way that our council rules state for a regular meeting. So, I hear what you're saying, Mr. Mays, but any meeting called by the mayor would be a special meeting. It wouldn't be subject to our order of business. So I will be voting in favor of the chair's ruling.
Request for information.
What is your request?
Mr. Piper, are you totally ignoring the meeting that was posted by 2 council members?
So it is my understanding that it is the purview of the chair to call whichever one's first, because this has never happened as far as what I'm hearing, 2 meetings posted for the exact same time and place. So the attorney stated that it's the purview of the chair to call whichever one first, and she called the mayor's first.
Request for information. So you telling me you think it should be two separate meetings called order? And that you're gonna sit and wait to see if the chair calls a second meeting to order at 5:30 on this day?
If the body stays, I will stay too.
That's great.
Is that on Mr. Piper? Anyone else like to speak on this appeal?
Madam Chair.
Ms. Burns?
Thank you. Well, here's my thing with this. I get why Mayor Millie did this meeting. There's only 4 items. The other agenda or the meeting on last Wednesday and this Monday, both of those meetings we broke a quorum. There are 18 items that we did not finish, and I would like to finish all the business so we're caught up. Okay, as far as long as we can, we need to do this, because it's gonna keep rolling over. I think we need to auto correct, let the residents know, we're here to do business. We're here to do business and get everything done. His only has 4 items. So if it's a resolution on there, you know, we need to make sure we did not carry over. Let's get all of the business done. And I think we need to show that we can work together here today, take care of all the business. We had 2 meetings that we did not, unfortunately, were adjourned. I think the Wednesday meeting, Councilwoman Priestley just got up and left the meeting. She just got up and left. That was last Wednesday. Then this past Monday, I think it was kind of like a technicality that the meeting was, we hit it down and we didn't do it without objection. And then people had stood up, so I think it was technically adjourned. I believe that's what had happened. Due to Mr. Kim, you and I had discussed that last week about the meeting, and I believe the quorum was broken because of quorum wasn't ordered without objection. Is that correct?
The meeting on Monday.
Monday.
That was my understanding what occurred. I was actually out of the room and he said that. It's not captured on the video or the recording.
Okay, so I would say, let's finish the business. Most of us are here minus 1 person, and let's get the business of the city. We're here, the administration is here. We need to get to executive session. And I believe that it is executive session. I did see the city attorney. I saw him pull up outside for executive session, coming back, and it's not on that agenda. So we would have to add, I believe, the executive session. We didn't get to that last week. So I would say, let's do all the business, all 18 items. 18 items that need to be done instead of just 4 items. All the business for the city is important. Yes, these 4 are important, but every item that's in the resolution is important.
Anyone else like to speak? Ms. Worthy?
I sure wish everyone was ready to do the business of the city on Monday, and we did absolutely not one thing for 4 hours. And we paid attorneys $1,000 just to sit here while we took no action. What people don't realize is when chaos is caused purposefully and other members second it, then we are wasting city money. We are wasting lights, we are wasting wages for overtime, we are wasting money for lawyers, and so unfortunately, one member seems to be ready to work today, but wasn't ready to work on Monday. I was ready to work on Monday. I had that time set aside to work.
What is your point?
Madam Chair, this meeting, as we move forward to get the business done, Rule 43.21, you cannot discuss any member's motives. You cannot discuss what a person's motives. Let's not start with the shooting shots and digging bigs. We got 18 items we didn't finish.
All right, thank you, Ms. Burns. Point of order. Ms. Worthy, go ahead and proceed.
Thank you. I didn't state any motives. I just said I was ready to work on Monday, and it appeared to me that 3 other members were not because there was a constant work.
What is your point?
With Madam Chair, Robert's rules, y'all approved members are here that is addressing and alluding to what they're going to do. She needs to stop. Please get out of this meeting before it turns out like your Monday meeting.
Ms. Burns, thank you.
Well, then my question to Ms. Burns would be, what was your purpose on Monday? Why didn't you work?
Madam Chair?
So-
That was that to me, and I'll answer that. I was here to work, so not.
Excuse me,
No,
excuse me, so, what is your point?
Madam Chair, if Ms. Worthing, no different than I talked to Mr. Pike, if she asked Ms. Burns a question and there's some communication going on between council people, should you let it flow just like you let it flow between me and Mr. Pike?
Absolutely not. So we're not here to argue, we're not here to argue. So what we will do is, we will, remain, with decorum and intact. We will continue to go on with the point, Ms. Worthing. And so we can't use the floor.
Point of order.
What is your point?
Okay, Madam Chair, you're the foreman.
What is your point?
Excuse me, Madam Chair.
What's your point?
Excuse me, your tone is very disrespectful. What I'm asking for you to use to please be fair. Now, she's making attacks and assumptions that I wasn't working. That's Robert Rule 43.21. When I went to respond, you denied me to respond. And she asked me, she wanted to know. I hate to even be getting into this, but if you control what she's doing and get handles me, we don't have to deal with it. We do all 18 items.
Thank you, Ms. Burns. Great point. So point accepted. So as I was proceeding to rule, what is your point?
Madam Chair, the meeting on Monday was adjourned for lack of a quorum because you was not being unfair for one to me. You wanted, you did.
Point of order.
Let me finish.
Improper
No.
order.
Yeah, that's an improper, that's improper.
Point of order.
What's your point?
Discrimination is a legitimate major point of order. It's not minor and frivolous. If a meeting can adjourn for lack of a quorum, for one, because you're giving me warnings on
Point of
your
order.
quorum.
What is your point of the
I'm making it. You giving me warnings on your quorum. Either you gotta be consistent to give other folks warnings, whether they're your clique or not, or you gotta lay off of me. You can't have it both ways.
Thank you, Mr. Mays. Ms. Worthing, what is your point?
Oh, I was just gonna say there was not a proper point of order.
Okay, so what we will do, so Ms. Worthing, so, in pursuant to Rule 4320, we want to make sure that we just, stay remain. So proceed.
Yeah, I'm Julie. And just like I let my colleagues speak, and they say some things I do not agree with constantly. I don't interrupt them. It's rude. But unfortunately, they like to say things about their colleagues but cannot handle it when their behavior is coming out. And that's sad. But I would like to continue with this meeting. I just wanted to point out that we were all here on Monday for 4 hours and not one thing got done. And I am not going to be here for 4 hours when nothing's going to get done again. So I would hope that this meeting proceeds without the points of orders and the seconds. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Worthing. Anyone else like to speak on this appeal?
Yes.
Mr. Murphy.
So, I hear my colleague in the first ward, and this is one of the questions I brought up because they didn't have an agenda change on here. So, this special city council meeting that mayor versus, the special city council meeting that, Eric Mays and Councilwoman Byron called. I hear what, Councilman Pfeiffer was saying that the rules does not speak on special city council meetings. We did come in Monday, try to get the business done, and a lot of the rhetoric, in my opinion, is based on points of order there are a lot of times that we got 18 agenda items on here. They just get moved back to committees or the next city council regular meeting to take care of that business that way. So I'll be supporting the chair to stick to this agenda. Whether we add agenda items on there, I think that's gonna, I wasn't prepared to come in today. I was really actually wanting to be on the highway and on my way out of town to deal with another death as the, with someone that I wanted to go to get from, but I stayed here to come to be at this meeting. And I took a Thursday that I did not prepare for to come here, and I don't mind if that's what I was elected to do. But I'm not, if we do all 18, we'll be in here all day. I would prefer to stick to the special order. I guess what concerns me is two meetings called at the same time. I'm not sure if my colleagues, Councilman Mays and Councilwoman Burns, knew that the mayor called a meeting prior to you guys calling. So if y'all didn't, then I think that was a communication thing. And maybe the mayor should have reached out to our colleagues. If they had already called, they kind of moved forward and still need to take care of business. So I'll be supporting people to this special city council meeting that the mayor, but I do understand my colleagues want to take care of the business.
Thank you, Mr. Murphy. Anyone else like to speak on this appeal?
Madam Chair. Thank you, Madam Chair. And Madam Chair, through you, to Attorney Kim. Now, you guys know that as far as agenda changes and everything for special council meetings, if we cannot find the rules in our council rules, then we go to Robert rules. So I would like to, from you, Mayor Chair, to Attorney Kim, what does Robert rules say as far as agenda changes?
I have to look that up, but even though we go to Robert's rules, the council rules are silent, the city charter controls over everything. The city charter clearly states that for special meetings, the purpose has to be listed in the notice.
What's your point?
Madam Chair, she asked him a specific question about our rules being silent, and he said he had to look it up. That's your job, look it up. The purpose and agenda changes is two different things, Attorney Kim. The charter ain't speaking on agenda changes, so I wouldn't mind any 5 minute recess for you to Google and look up what Robert Bruce said. Don't sell out.
Proceed, Mr. Attorney Kim. You done? Okay.
I believe that's your question, so.
So you know, this is still on me, I still have a minute and 51 seconds. So you're saying, Attorney Kim, that you do not know what Robert rules state. Does anyone have their Robert rules of order book? Because I'm sure that in Robert rules, it does state that for special council meetings, special meetings, you can't allow agenda changes. And I hear what you're saying too about the charter, Attorney Kim. I don't know, but as far as the two agendas or the two posters for the special.
Wouldn't it be fair to stop the clock and let us find the answer to that?
Point of order, denied, she's still speaking. Please continue, Ms. Winfrey Carter.
As far as the two postings of the special city council meetings, I came here to get the business of the city done. And I would say that if we're gonna do the 4 resolutions that the mayor has proposed,
we can just sit here and get all of the resolutions done. And that would be, my take on it. So, I'll be voting against the chair, because I think we need to go ahead and finish up this business so that things will not, pile up, because, next week we go into, committee meetings again, and then that following week is another council meeting. I don't want our, resolutions to pile up. So let's do business for the city. Thank you.
Anyone else like to speak on this appeal? Anyone like to speak? Seeing no one else, I'll go ahead and utilize my time. So first, I would like to give the floor to Attorney Kim.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I guess the only thing I would add to the Senator Redding that the council member said is I believe that under Robert's rules, the appeal has to be timely and made timely.
Attorney Kim, please hold. Could the body please silence their cell phone, please, and also the audience member, Mr. Richard Jones?
Wow.
So, thank you. We want to make sure that the meeting is not distracted. Thank you.
Why did you say that to him? Ain't that the same person who was collecting your recall petitions that you kicked on the other day?
Mr. Mays, that is out of order, and so we want to continue. Thank you, Mr. Kim.
24.8 on the Roman Rules of Order states that if an appeal is to be made, it must be made at the time of the chair's ruling. If any state or business is intervened, it's too late to appeal. The chair announced that this was the mayor's, this was the meeting based on the mayor's notice at the beginning of the meeting. After that time, there was a roll call, there was a pledge of allegiance, there was a prayer, there was a reading of the disorderly person subsection, and we were now public speaking.
Point of order, Madam Chair.
What is your point?
Attorney Kim is twisting and turning. This was a timely appeal to proceed on to public speaking based upon two agendas. That's what this is.
Point of order denied, Mr. Mays. Thank you.
I know Mr. Mays wasn't here at the time, but that is.
Point of order, Madam Chair.
What is your point?
I'm here, we're in the middle of an appeal. He won't be on point, he's not being germane, he's trying to twist and turn. So whatever, let me finish my point and we can preserve the record and move on. So whatever he's trying to attempting to do is mute because we're gonna vote on an appeal that was timely.
Proceed, Mr. Kim.
I just wanted to call both bodies' attention to that rule.
Okay, thank you so much. And so I'll use the duration of my time. Unfortunately, when we came on Monday, we were here to do the business for special affairs as well as for council. During the special affairs meeting, unfortunately, Mr. Mays broke quorum. And then for the council meeting, what is your request?
Is it your opinion out of 9 people, I count for 4 or 5 that can break a quorum by myself? Is that what I'm trying to clarify?
Mr. Mays, you can't use your privilege motion to take the floor, that is your one. So.
I appeal the warning, Brother Chair. Here we go.
So there is an appeal on the floor for Mr. Mays violating Rule 26.2. Is there a second?
I'll support that appeal.
Okay, supported by Ms. Winfrey Carter. Okay, go ahead. So the chair ruled Mr. Mays out of order and gave him a warning for abusing a privileged motion. You cannot use it, and so I'll go ahead and hand the floor over and I will.
Point of order, Madam Chair. We gotta finish up the first appeal, then you can go to that.
We went in the bill. I'll speak.
We was in an appeal that we had moved and seconded on the agenda change. You don't realize that we gotta vote on that and go to the next appeal?
Point, well, Mr. Mayor. Okay. Okay, so as I proceed to speak on appeal, so much happened in so little time. So when we had the opportunity to come to council, and we were clarifying things so we can move things to special affairs, people began to stand up. And then Mr. Mays, he got up and he was encouraging people to go home. He encouraged Ms. Burns to go home. And so the chair ordered a 5-minute recess. The chair didn't say without objection. So because the chair did not say without objection, the meeting was adjourned. So I really want to just lay that out clearly. We could have done all this business because we wouldn't have wasted 4 hours with Mr. Mays calling for frivolous appeals, and if we didn't have colleagues seconding his appeals. So I came Monday ready. Thursday, I have things to do. I have kids, a child with homework. I have a whole other agenda. And so I came on Monday to do the work, and I will show up next Monday to complete the rest of the agenda. But I don't want to make it sound like we don't care and I don't care. I was here locked, loaded, and ready to do the agenda on Monday. Unfortunately, my colleagues were not. And so I'm not going to sacrifice my time because my other colleagues did not want to be in order. So with all that being said, we have a motion on the floor an appeal on the floor against the ruling of the chair, and the chair ruled that this meeting will go by the mayor's agenda. If you would like to overturn that ruling, then you vote yes to overturn the ruling of the chair. If you would like to support the chair, you will vote no. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Mays?
Yes.
Ms. Lewis?
No.
Mr. Murphy?
No.
Mr. Priestley is not in. Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
No.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
No.
Ms. Worley?
No.
The vote is 3 yes, 5 no.
The vote is 3 yes, 5 no. The ruling of the chair will stand. So now we'll move on to our second appeal. And this appeal was from Mr. Eric May. He received his first warning. Go ahead, Mr. Mays.
Yeah, Madam Chair, but more so not just to you and the majority of the council members, but to the public. I come in here ready always to get a first warning and a second warning, and for Ms. Liddell Lewis and the crowd to remove me from my elected spot. I come in here every week ready for that. This is a particular meeting that I'm ready for it because what I want to put in the plain language to y'all, in my opinion, what's going on. The mayor wants 3 resolutions passed. I want one passed dealing with the union employees. But we got 10, 12 other pieces of business, and we want to get it done. 2 of them pieces of business is to remove Quincy Murphy and Liddell Lewis for taking money and bribes.
Yeah.
And they want to block it in the other.
What is your point?
My colleague is making accusations that he is alleging that is not factual, and that is not what this appeal is about. It is about giving him a warning, and you need to state your name to the secretary.
Point of order accepted. Yes, Mr. Mays, you are in violation of Robert Rules 4321, and we
I appeal the ruling of the chair. I'm not in violation.
the chair did not finish, but you are in violation of 4321.
Okay.
That will be your second one.
So I appeal my second warning. For saying that y'all took bribes and money and lawnmowers. It's factual. You've admitted to it and you don't want to face the music if you're trying to keep it to 3. I am germane.
Okay,
So I appeal the ruling of the chair.
there's an
The second one is
appeal to the ruling of the chair. Is there a second?
Madam Chair, a second.
All right, it is, has been seconded by Mrs. Burns.
Now I'm gonna continue. So Quincy Murphy and Liddell is struggling to keep the disciplinary action resolution from coming forward. I don't think they got nothing to be scared of because Candace Mashat, Piper, and Word, they ain't gonna vote to suspend them for 30, 60, or 90 days like they did me. They're quick.
Oh, yeah.
They're illegal quick. I don't think they got a fight about an agenda and what we discussed to keep that off there. And I don't think that they have to say that I'm not being germane because that's their motivation. And I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it from the rooftops to the TikToks to the council meeting. And you can't stop my freedom of speech. You admitted to taking a lawnmower.
Yeah, man.
Liddell Lewis admitted to funneling money through her 501c3 that her husband sit on. Then they voted for Ashley Capital for a $72 million deal.
Good, got him out.
I should have asked Ashley Capital for a 2023 Cadillac.
I know that's right.
If they can take lives and money and things of value in violation of the rules, law, and the charter, then I can take a 2023 Cadillac. You're out of order. Requesting information is privileged. You
Request for information.
Go ahead.
Mr. Mays, did you receive some money from for your campaign?
Yeah, it's called a campaign contribution, and I filed it in my campaign report and disclosed that you did.
Yeah. Wow.
So you shouldn't be scared to face the music because Priestley, Worthy, Vibrant, Candace Machette, and them be protecting y'all. They throw my black blood out. So it is what it is. This ain't gonna go away. It can be delayed, but it ain't gonna go away. And I'm ready to leave because the union contract don't pass, unlike what's happening with General Motors. I don't have to be, I get wrongfully threw out
Thank
again.
you, Mr. Mays. Anyone else like to speak on this appeal?
Madam Chair.
Ms. Burns?
Your tone and decorum really means so much. You're chair and you're the vice president, and you are gaslighting this community.
Yeah.
The attorney stated why you're leaving.
Point of order.
What is your point?
Single that Ms. Burns quoted earlier, she's looking for motives.
Point of order accepted. Ms. Burns, let's avoid doing that.
So when we talk about what has happened, the meeting was terrible, and it's not alluding, that was a fact. It's a difference between something that's factual. Attorney Kim stated according to.
What is your point?
Now she's stating that calling you a gaslighter is a fact. That is inappropriate and unprofessional.
Madam Chair, can you warn her for the thing?
Thank
Can
you.
you warn her for legal take the floor?
So,
Because I'm stating
Ms.
that.
She ain't gonna do it.
Mr. Mays, you're out of order. You
That's
don't have the
unfair.
floor. Mr. Mays, you're out of order. You do not have the
Give me my third point.
Sure. So, back to you, Mrs. Barnes.
That meeting Monday fell apart. We all heard in there, according to Attorney Kim, what happened. He stayed along with the clerk who had a lack of quorum. That meeting did not dissolve because of anything else. There was people out of their seat. Councilman Priestley said she was getting up to me. That's the fact.
Ms. Barnes, I just want to remind you that this is an appeal is on.
Yeah, and I'm gonna draw my conclusion. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Is on.
Excuse me for taking my time.
Please stop the clock. So just want to remind you, Ms. Burns, that this specific appeal is about Mr. Mays being ruled out of order for abusing privileged motion.
Now, there was content in that also. There was content. So you need to reread your notes and understand again, and you are breaking the rules. You might need to warn yourself, Madam Chair.
I ain't gonna do it.
So when we talk about what happened with that meeting, which that was wrapped up in there, people cannot, you gaslight this, you stated a fact, we're not leading to your vote, that Councilman Mays walked over to me and I broke the meeting. No, and that did not happen. What happened was.
Ms. Burns, that's your warning.
I appeal the ruling of the chair. I appeal the ruling of the chair, and I'm going to support her appeal.
Take that.
So, when we talk about.
And that appeal was seconded by Ms. Burns. abuse again, so that'll be the fourth. Please proceed, Ms. Burns.
Okay, here again, and you can give me as many more, because some of my members are here to see it. You might be mad at 1,032 people who signed those signatures, not me. No, I'm not. Saying, please watch your performance. I pleaded with you. I was very kind, I kept a monotone tone with you, but you came and you're not stating facts. I mean, you stated facts on record. Why the meeting dissolved? Had nothing to do with it. I stayed in my seat. Whatever he said was on him. I did not leave my seat. That meeting dissolved because you did not hold a chair there. You didn't know what you were doing. You got confused. And even afterwards, I even said to you, you were standing approximately about where I'm at. I said, Liddell. But what they said was, because you didn't say
Again, Ms. Burns.
no, excuse me, give yourself a warning. Madam Chair, you're taking the floor. Madam Chair, you're taking the floor to leave the room.
Would you please pause that, Madam Clerk? Ms. Burns, this appeal is on Mr. Mays, being called out of order and given a warning for misuse.
Madam Chair, Madam Clerk, can you please, since it's not on, because she can't.
There you go. It's already
No,
stopped.
excuse me, I'm talking to the clerk, please, and recite to Ms. Lewis what the reason was for Mr. Mays, for what her reasoning was, what his. Because she's issuing out warnings like people passing out turkeys at Thanksgiving.
This current appeal, the warning was for motion.
And it went into her reasoning. There was a reason. You had a lot of it, but I'm gonna get back to what you're stating. You keep handing out warnings and interrupting. You need to, I understand you might be upset, but I'm not gonna take anger out of you. I'm really not. When we talk about abusing privilege motions, you're doing what you're saying, what you warned him to do. When someone goes to correct you, you don't want to hear it. Sometimes you take a step back and look at yourself and say, what do I need to do to fix what I'm doing? This is the council. You're supposed to make sure that make sure we're together. You're in a leadership position. That's not happening. You issue out warnings because no one should know you and I don't like each other. But you made it very well apparent by the way you issued out warnings.
Thank you, Ms. Burns. Anyone else like to speak on this appeal?
Yes,
Madam Chair.
So Ms. Norfolk Carter and then you, Ms. Worthing. Go ahead.
I supported Councilman Mays' appeal because you know what? You gotta be fair. To just give him a warning, that's not right. What did you warn him for? You said you called his name. You probably should have received the warning because you guys, it's a double standard. I'll say it again, it's a double standard, and you probably gonna give me a warning. It's a double standard. We have people up here, gaslighting the community. I call it scamming the community, okay? They scam the community. They come in here, Councilman Mays, he calls them a clique. But you know what, Councilman Mays, you're being nice. It's a gang. And then we got the keyboard gangster in here. She always on Facebook, putting up posts and everything, like a gangster, like she gonna do something. Then we got Miss Innocent over there. And then you should warn her because she's abusing points of order.
Ms. Norfolk Carter, what's your point?
This is, the decorum is lacking. I was called a gangster, that she was gonna be Miss Innocent. Continue to bring this in.
Point well taken. Ms. Norfolk Carter, let's not call
I didn't call names.
You don't take my name and dog me out. This Winfrey Carter is being polite, and you don't agree with Worthing. I appeal your ruling to agree with Worthing over Ms.
Madam
Winfrey
Chair,
Carter.
this is,
Now you're
the chair has the ability to use the disorderly,
Mr. Mays. So your point of order,
It's an appeal now.
Mr. Mays, there is no decision made.
You did, you said that point was well taken, I appealed it, it wasn't well taken. It should have been a warning. I have the right to appeal immediately. You just don't know what you're doing. So your job now is to ask, is there a second? I'll be put out when you get to it, but I'm gonna do it for principle. You got the wrong one. Point of order, if you're gonna ask, is there a second that you rule over?
Mr. Mays, you're being out of order.
I'm already through out.
Madam Chair, you need to warn her tonight, where she took the floor, you said nothing. You said nothing.
Point of
She
order.
needs to legally take
She
it.
should.
No, wait a minute, order in the chambers. Mr. Mays, you're out of order, and you are causing disorder in this meeting, so this is your warning, so you are removed.
No, I'm gonna appeal it. I ain't removed till I
No, according to the person subsection, Mr. Mays, you are disrupting this meeting. Look, you are disrupting this meeting.
Disrupting it because
You are disrupting
you
this
should be
meeting.
answered is it a second?
You are disrupting this meeting, Mr. Mays, please leave this meeting. Mr. Mays, please leave this meeting. Mr. Mays.
Do it with the police on your order. I won't do it because you out of order. You didn't ask me to second to the appeal. You ruled in word in favor over
If there is an officer here to remove Mr. Mays from the meeting for being disorderly.
Don't do it.
You ain't no.
For being disorderly. Mr. Mays, you do not have the floor.
He ain't got his warnings yet.
Mr. Mays, you don't have the floor.
He ain't got his warnings yet.
Mr. Mays is violating Rule 29.8 out of order. He's been out of order this meeting. Is there an officer to remove Mr. Mays from this meeting?
He ain't got his warnings yet.
Is there an officer to remove Mr.
You
Mays?
think one removing you, but not asking for a second to that appeal, but not, when you ruled that Worthy was right and Winfrey was wrong, I appealed it. Your job was to stay in order and ask was there a second. You ain't did it yet, Miss Dictatorship.
Really?
Don't have federal law.
What is your point?
Point of order is, he appealed before you passed the officer, so he was in order to ask for that appeal.
It's a bottom line.
Mr. Mays will not stop speaking out of order on the mic. Mr. Mays was out of order. Point of order.
I don't have to stop saying point of order or appeal. Those are legitimate
Madam Chair, he
communications.
used, the reading of the disorderly person's conduct after that because he would not stop. So there is no appeal to that. The chair has that power.
Absolutely, and again, according to Rule 29.8, according to Rule 29.8, when Councilmember Mays is violating, he's out of order when he is refusing being called to order. Mr. Mays will not be called to order. And in order to have an orderly meeting, the chair is running the meeting, so when the chair calls you to order, you must be in order. And Mr. Mays is not doing so. So that is why Mr. Mays is being asked to leave this meeting.
Point of order is always in order. An appeal to the ruling of the chair is in order. Those are the code words to stay in order. When the chair don't recognize them, the chair is out of order. The only way we keep order is if the chair responds.
Again, Mr. Mays does not have the floor.
An appeal to the ruling of the chair. You losing it.
Point of order.
Because when I talk about y'all taking that money, you losing it.
Point of order.
Yeah.
Point of order. This is like the third. You gotta get control of this meeting, Madam Chair. This is the point of order that you missed off of.
She wrong.
When people talk about that money, you lose it.
She loses.
You gotta move past that. And if when we get back to this point of order, you are allowing points of orders to, not points of order, you're allowing them to gain the floor.
Please hold, Devin, let's go and get the clock. But, yeah, so this is your point of order, Greg. So you go ahead and finish this one, Ricardo?
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, I believe it's on Ms. Winfrey Carter. Oh, so you supposed to be kicked out right now, so we can go back to Ms. Winfrey Carter, so you can finish speaking.
Nah, he ain't going nowhere. Nah.
So, Ms. Winfrey Carter, please proceed.
Technically, I'm gonna just say this, you gotta get through his appeals. You have to vote on his appeals.
Yeah, man.
You can't put him up like that. And I'm just saying, but you do what you wanna do. You chair wrong anyway. But I'm just gonna say this, you made a comment of, individuals supporting Councilman Mays' appeals. I am gonna support his appeals when I feel that he's right, and when I feel that the chair is not being, fair. I'm gonna support his appeals. You can put it out there, y'all can be on Facebook talking about it, whatever. I want this community to know right is right and wrong is wrong. And I'm gonna always stand for what's right. You come in here, all of you, and you poke at Councilman Mays. Just like today. You just giving him warnings after warnings, but you have no basis for giving the warnings. Okay? I mean, you even gave Councilwoman Burns a warning. I don't even understand that. So you may as well give me a warning too. Give me my warning. If this is what y'all want, Murphy already said there's only 6 council members anyway. Burns, Mays, and Winfrey Carter, we can just leave. I'm sure Morgan would love that.
All right, thank you, Ms. Winfrey Carter. Anyone else like to speak on this appeal? Mr. Piper.
No, I try to stay out of it as much as possible because it's stresses me over here. And, I try to vote for what is right. And in this particular instance, Madam Chair, you invoked Mr. Mays' name, and we always talk about gaslighting and provoking and reactions. You provoked him
Yes.
and blamed him for the entire lack of quorum. So I will vote as Mr. Chair, even though I don't know if my vote will mean anything because it takes 5 to overturn. But you poke the bear. I mean, it's plain and simple. So when you invoked his name and said that he was totally the reason that they broke quorum, he is not 5 members by himself. The way they
Amen.
So, I mean, if you don't start nothing, there won't be none.
That's right. That's right.
That's where we're at today, so.
Well, thank you,
this
Speaker. Time, man.
instance, honestly, I don't know where to get my refresh, where we are with the other, warnings, but this particular instance, I believe the chair invoked the response by, you said that he was responsible for lacking, or then he said, you think that I'm working on 5 people? And that's what you get as a warning. So, you can't have it both ways.
Anyone like to speak?
Yes.
Okay, so just a reminder, this is on appeal 26.2, Mr. Mays abusing a request for information. This is what this appeal is about. When Mr. Mays abused the request for information consistently, he received a warning. That's what this appeal is about. So please proceed, Mr. Murphy.
It was because he did a request for information after you said it was his his fault for.
That's right.
breaking quorum.
That's right. Speak up.
Lack of accountability.
So, here we are, meeting number 2, and we didn't get none done, and it'll be the first meeting because of the point of order, the point of information, and the request for information, and the going back and forth. And we spent hours and hours and hours going back and forth, and we did not get anything done, and it was an embarrassment to the city of Flint, it should be an embarrassment to the city council, and we ought to walk out that meeting Monday with a mindset that when we come back up in here, we want to do better. Here we are, meeting number 2 on a Thursday, that we done took our time to get the business of the city of Flint moving forward, because the business of the city of Flint needs to continue. And here we are, going back and forth again. I don't know what time it is right now, but whatever time it is, we supposed to start the meeting at 5:30, at 6:42, we an hour and something in now, we still have not got one agenda item done, and we want to. Thank you. Blame the chair. Points of orders and appointments, and I have to take notes with, the request for information. This, appeal was that, Councilman Hayes was abusing the, privilege request for information to gain the floor. So, I hear what you're saying, Councilman, Pfeiffer, but, Councilwoman Dr. Lewis was giving him a warning for, abusing the request for information, whether we want to believe it or not, whether we want to think, our councilman in the first ward, and he has the privilege in the right to call council order, request for information, or request for information, but he are taking them to gain the floor. Then once he gained the floor, we barely get it back, and then nomination meeting, and then from here, and we nowhere. And at some point, we do have to start giving warnings and moving forward. And if that means he don't want to follow the rules that we adopted, she has to give him a warning. Now, when she gives him, we'll be like, okay, you abusing. Now, I done heard her give him, just tell him, no, that's out of order, but she did give him a warning. So she done gave him a whole bunch of leeway without just giving him a warning. At what point in time do we allow him to keep taking up floor and do a points of order, or points of information to gain the floor, and we don't get no business done, and we back to square one that we was here Monday. At some point in time, she don't have to give a warning, and I think that's when we messed up that Monday. When she was giving him leeway, she should have gave him a warning the first time, and then the second one, she should put him on so we can get the meeting done.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Anyone else would like to speak? Ms. Worthing.
I find the poke the bear argument to be disgusting, because it's only used for one member. I was called, what was I just called? Gangster. I didn't stand up and scream and holler and say point request for information. Did someone poke me? Am I a bear? Yep. Because I surely don't act like some of the other council members here. So to say poke the bear, it's sexist, it's wrong, and we need to stop doing it.
Still Thursday, that lady.
Mr.
Excuses given.
Please. Proceed.
The excuses given for bad behavior is, it's appalling to me. It's happened in every council. You poke him, yet we sit here while we're called all kinds of names. Handkerchief head Negroes, all kinds of names. And I never seen, Adele has not
even black.
raised her voice. Oh, excuse me.
How's you being called a Negro? You're not black.
Hey, excuse me, sir.
Exactly.
You don't have the floor, and audience cannot speak out like that, so no interruptions. Go
I'm sure you would have her go ahead. Ain't nobody said handkerchief Negro that is germane to this appeal.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Well, I don't like it, what they say, because it brings up everything that's ever, this is what we go through every time. And the name calling is constant. There's excuses made for the name calling, but it's very hypocritical. I've never seen anything like it. We must have accountability for behavior. The name calling has happened already with 3 members on this council today.
Request for information.
What are your requests?
Thank you, Madam Chair. With the term down agreement, I remember you saying a cheapskate Negro. Would it be the same ghetto?
Would it be the same
Ms. Burns, you cannot use the floor to,
Ms. Burns,
So,
Ms. Burns, you called me
proceed.
a bitch. What's that?
Please proceed. Thank you.
I'm sorry, but you can't continue
Madam
to
Clerk,
insult and
start
act
the clock.
like a victim, you always like to say.
Let it get make out.
Ms. Burns can't try to clarify something. She tried to clarify whether or not she on point, and she can try to clarify whether or not you let her be ungermane and way out here. So don't rule Ms. Burns, me, and people out of order, and then you condone words. Repeat it.
Proceed, Ms. Warren, and that's the legal, you know, go ahead.
I don't remember where I was, but I surely wish that, this council could remain professional without name calling for one meeting. And those who protest the most are the ones who do it the most. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Worthy. Anyone else would like to speak? Anyone else would like to speak? Seeing none, I'll go ahead and utilize my last time. Unfortunately, it is a game being played here. And the game is to overwhelm, confuse the chair, so we cannot have a proper meeting. According to Council Rules 26.1, ranking to 26.4, it states that request information from the member holding the floor. Its purpose is to help members making the request for information understand the process and the potential consequences of the next vote. A request for information that asks a question for which the requester already knows the answer is improper. And then we go down to 26.4, it says, using the request for information as an opportunity to gain the floor is not allowed. Multiple abuses of request for information is called for disciplinary action. On Monday, this is what caught this council up. Constant requests for information, points of order, requesting privilege motions being abused and being seconded. We came here tonight to get the business. Everyone stated that we're here to get the business done. But unfortunately, we're not, because we're back to these rules of Mr. Mays abusing, point of order.
I'm gonna get you on your rule 43.21. You cannot allude that we are not here, your colleagues do not do business. Madam Chair, please follow your own rule.
I did not say that you
You said your colleagues, your colleagues are not here to do business.
Point
That's
out.
what you said.
So, again, what is your point?
It is not in order for you to allege that our council will 5 members and broke.
Again, this will be the 6th warning of you violating a privilege motion. This is why we can't go forward.
Appeal your 6th warning.
I second. The warning, and what is you said the warning?
He don't even know.
I didn't even warn you.
You the one that just said it. That's the word. What? I'm just tired. You
So, Mr. Mayor, what is your point?
You argue about request information and points of order, but you forget the rules about using my name, attacking other members, accusing me of breaking a quorum like I'm 5 members. That's what this is about. And you on some other stuff.
So, point of order denied. As I continue to speak, I'm talking strictly about facts. On Monday, we could not do the business. Right here, we're attempting to get it done. According to the privilege motion, which are also called incidental motions, Rule 26.1, 26.2, and 26.4, it states that when a colleague abuses a privilege motion, that's called for disciplinary action. Unfortunately, on Monday, I continue to allow Mr. Mays to abuse these motions, and then when it wasted a lot of time. Today, Mr. Mays continued to abuse privilege motions. And so he was called to the floor and given a warning using our council rules. That's all we're using this council rule. We would like for Mr. Mays, we implore Mr. Mays to please do not abuse privilege motions. Because when you
Information.
what is your request?
I'm deploying and praying that you meet out the application of the rules equally, whether it's Worthing, me, Burns, Murphy, and you ain't doing it. That's what we praying and hoping that you be fair.
Okay, so.
About that, so you understand that?
So that was a request for information per Mr. Mays. According to our rules, is the purpose is to help the member making a request for information understand the process of the next vote, not to take the floor. When they use it in that manner that you just witnessed, it is improper. This is what we've been experiencing all this meeting. What is your point?
My request I just used was improper. Then what your job is to give me an 8th warning? Don't discriminate, give me an 8.
So, with this being said, if you support the chair, you will vote no. But if you want to overturn the ruling of the chair, which is to give Mr. May a warning, then you vote yes. And what we're voting on is appeal by Mr. May having a warning for violating Rule 26.2.
Request for information. Ain't this appeal about whether or not I could ask if you was accusing me of being 5 members to break the form? Ain't that what it's about?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
So roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Lewis.
No.
Mr. Murphy.
No.
Ms. Reeves is not in. Ms. Whitman Carter.
Yes.
Ms. Burns.
Yes.
Ms. Michelle.
No.
Mr. Pfeiffer.
Yes.
Ms. Worthing.
No.
Mr. Mays.
Yes.
The vote is 4 yes, 4 no.
The vote is 4 yes, 4 no. The chair stands.
Point of order. Look, why don't I, point of order, you ain't heard my point.
Okay.
Point of order. Your job is to ask questions.
What's your point?
Why don't you let me lead? Y'all do these 3 pieces of business, and me and my lawyers and people will take this up in federal court. If you really here to do the business, forget all them other appeals. You go ahead and warn me, even when I come back 2-3 times illegally. You warn Tommy Burns, you can steady kiss this word. You got nothing to do. Let me lead, and y'all take care of business. I'm going to order this requested. Now, hold up. I'm doing you in this council and city of David. I'm going to do away with all them other appeals.
Mr. Mays.
That ain't abuse, that's trying to help. Okay, let's proceed with the appeal then, you chair.
So, he had called the chair stupid, and so that being said, the chair is going to ask for the officer to come and escort Mr. Mays out. We're now using the power before, and Mr. Mays is out of order. And so this will be Mr. Mays' second warning. But Mr. Mays, according to the orderly person subsection, Mr. Mays is out of order.
Okay, I appeal with your ruling. So put it down as the 8th appeal.
Is there a second?
I'm trying to do you a favor. And you
Is there a second?
She's stupid.
So, again, the chair has ruled Mr. Mays out of order according to this orderly person subsection. Okay? That is his second warning. Mr. Mays is now ejected from this meeting.
Point of order, Madam.
What is your point?
We on
Excuse me, would the police come and remove Mr. Mays?
Police not
I'm feeling what you're saying.
So the next appeal is for Mr. Mays getting a second warning for not being trained.
Madam Chair, is that my warning next?
No, yours is third.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I request a 5-minute recess.
5-minute recess without order, without objection.
Got it right.
I got an objection.
There's an objection, roll call by count.
No, it's a motion that needs to be made now for recess. If you make it, Mr. Piper, I'll second.
Madam Chair, make a motion for a 5-minute recess.
Oh, okay, so there has been a motion for 5-minute recess. And Mr. Mays, you said that you support?
When you ask,
Is there a second?
yeah, I second the motion for 5 minutes recess.
All right, roll call, clerk.
Mr. Murphy?
No.
What are you doing?
He wanna stay here.
He wanna-
We wanna get it over with. All right.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat?
She don't know.
Whoa!
Mr. Piper?
Yes.
Ms. Worthing? No. Mr. Mays?
Yes.
Ms. Lewis?
No.
Oh my God, where Miss Carter at?
Vote is 4 yes, 3 no. That motion fails.
So it's a 5-minute recess.
All right, so we
Yeah, do it again when Miss Carter gets in the chair.
Yeah, so we're moving on to the warning. So anyone would like to speak, Mr. Mays?
Yeah, Madam Chair, I tried to get rid of all of these appeals. Mr. Piper, I want you to listen to this. And I want y'all to listen to this. Ms. Burns, Ms. Candace, Mr. Piper, I want you to hear this. Anybody who was listening close, I made a point of order. I said, let's get the business done. I'm gonna go ahead and leave and do away with all of them appeals. Because the warnings was unlawful, they were frivolous, they were nasty, they were ridiculous, so I'm gonna leave. If they wanna keep me from talking about that lawnmower and them gifts and this resolution to suspend them so bad, that Monday, they blocked. Today, they blocked. And I'm gonna let them do the 3 things that Neely wanted to do and keep their disciplinary action out of it. Now, I could be 100% wrong, but I really believe that Liddell Lewis and Quincy Murphy is struggling to keep this from coming up. And I don't know how you're gonna vote, Mr. Piper, because you said if they abstain, you would vote. If they voted, you would abstain. I don't know how you're gonna vote. But I do believe I know how Quincy and Liddell gonna vote, on their own discipline. I don't know how Candace Mashat gonna vote, and I don't know how Worthing gonna vote, but I do believe that the oath of office Candace Mashat and Worthing took to uphold the law and the rules don't really mean a lot.
Right.
Because they've been condoning her bad behavior, her discrimination and her unlawfulness, because I guess Candace Mashat and her gave out some fire extinguishers for something together. And she had a lot to do with helping Candace Mashat get the appointment over the other folks in the 7th Ward. So I think Candace Mashat feel loyal to her and will condone illegal activity based upon rules and charter, based upon me witnessing these votes. I have no confidence in Worthing. What do that mean, Julie Priestley? I have no confidence. I'll see what law enforcement, FBI, anybody else do about taking gifts and bribes and gratuities. If they don't do nothing, I'm getting me a Cadillac. pay to play out in the open. This is my position. Maybe y'all can work it from here. Let me finish. I'm going to get up and leave. I'm going to say it in love. Y'all can continue on with these appeals, or somebody can ask to drop. But Ms. Liddell Lewis, you the cause of these meetings
And
going
thank you, Mr.
on.
Mayor. Anyone else would like to speak on this appeal?
Madam Chair,
Ms. Burns?
what is this one about? Is it as 8 or 9 of them?
It's 8 and 9.
Well, Mr. Mayor, not me, Jermaine.
Beg your pardon? Did you say something to me? Now you want to get quiet.
Madam
Just
Chair,
fix it
you
and
said
say
it
come.
was him not being germane.
See, I'm approving.
We did come here to get the business done. And I guess my warning next, because you are clearly flustered. And I see that you are flustered.
Stay in the meeting.
And you're letting how you feel is carried all over this meeting. And so we are an hour and a half in because you couldn't share this meeting. No one would know what was it, who you liked or disliked up here if we came to do the business. We had 18 items that we did not finish on Wednesday and then Monday. 18 items. We got 4 items that are on this agenda tonight. And we are an hour and a half in. The part that we have to learn to work with people, even if we don't like them, has not been done. You are ruling unfairly. Unfairly. You're abusing your authority as the chair over and over again. And you're comfortable with it. You have a very smug look on your face. And you're not being fair. And I know there's a lot of pressure on you, but the residents, they don't deserve that. They didn't deserve that. How do you get back to where we're at? He's got 8 warnings you gave on 9 or 10, and I don't even know how many you gave. I don't know what mine was for. Other than you looked at me very kind of silly, like, not that. And we are not in high school. We're not. You are abusing the power of the chair. You are abusing the power of the chair. And I'm gonna keep saying it, maybe it'll sink in. You are abusing the power of the chair. It is the chair's responsibility to keep everyone in the meeting. Make sure the meeting is flowing. That is the chair's job. You have not been able to do that. I remember you said to me one time when I used to chair, I've never seen all this chaos. And you were upset and you said, Ms. Burns, you need to hire a chair. You stated that to me. You still saying 2 years later you don't know how to chair. You've been here 2 years. And we're being patient with you. You are very angry. Very angry. And you are lashing out at people. Come up here and do your job. You know, be fair to everybody. And you're not. The role of the chair is to fare chairly. You don't. And to keep everyone in the meeting. You won't meet down. But you need to understand, part of that ward that was yours, them people, that's the second ward used to be the 6th. You need to be careful.
Thank you.
It's too late. Madam Chair.
Mr. Pfeiffer.
I make a motion to table all appeals pending Mr. Mays' return to the seat. That's so moved.
There's a motion for the table all the feet. Is there a second?
Support.
And then if he takes a seat, we bring him back off the table.
Okay, so that's the entire motion? Okay.
Madam Chair, can you repeat that?
So I make a motion to table all appeals pending Mr. Mays' return to the seat. If he returns to his seat, we bring him back off the table.
And you start with Burns.
Is there a second?
Second.
She don't like that.
It has been moved and properly seconded, so let me be clear that we can make a motion in the middle of the piece. Attorney Kemp, is it possible to make a motion in the midst of an appeal?
Yes, it's a subsidiary motion, so it's a.
And when he sits back down, we gotta start with time.
Table under the council rules. Rule 15 is the council may decide to postpone temporarily any matter pending before it. Decision to lay on the table postpones the question of all pending amendments and all hearing motions until later in the meeting, so.
That's possible.
Okay, thank you. And Madam Clerk, is there a debate on this?
Nope.
By Rule 15.4, if I may, motion to postpone temporarily or resume consideration is not commitment, so, body will vote immediately on that motion.
Sounds
A little
good.
bit more than you.
Public act being made by Mr. Pfeiffer, approved by Ms. Burns. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Ms. Carter.
Yes.
Ms. Burns.
Yes.
Ms. Michelle. Yes. Mr. Pfeiffer.
Yes.
Ms. Worthing. Yes. Mr. Mays not in. Ms. Lewis.
Yes.
Mr. Murphy.
No.
Vote is 6 yes, 1 no.
The vote is, you said 6 yes and 1 no?
Yes.
6 yes and 1 no, so the rest of the appeal will be tabled pending Mr. May's return to his seat. So with that being said, we can move on with the business of the city. And we are at public speaking. Madam Clerk, do we have any public speakers?
Yes, we do.
First public speaker is Arlen Mitchell.
Oh, and that is an hour L. Mitchell. And for the record, you peoples out there in America, you notice what happened on 9/11 last Monday. And a poster had, I'm up on the side for the people who got killed by the 9/11. Thank you very much. Now, about this business in Flint, Michigan, about local hall 1799. Look like Mr. Murphy, my councilman, is in the way from getting this peapot out of the very property because he see what he's doing now. Him and the man in cahoots with doing this stuff. Anyway, enough to talk about them, but I want to say about Ward 1, about last week when I was coming to, I was jumped on by these goons across the street, the county sheriff. I always go over there and get a pipe from the city clerk over there, but the big black guy came out and said, hey, Mr. Then he the sheriff busted out and said, who said that? He said, shut up. The big Irish guy, because he had red hair and a red beard, he had tattoos, he had guns on him. He said, and he noticed who I was. He said another word on him. I'm gonna take your brother out of your head. But before I get to deal with that mother, the big black guy back in the room like a fucking lurch. Like he didn't want to deal with it because he had to deal with that guy. Big beast. And then I sat there, I was gonna wait till the black guy come out so I can have a powwow with him and see if he's gonna take a feather out of my hat. He gonna make me feel like Ben Laden when he turned on 911. You know that junk cause them fighting, they was born to fight the miners. You know, so happened, but somebody else bust out the room. My lawyer, Michelle Young, she bust out and made me forget everything about her. I tried to get her to sign, but she ran it. I said, and at the same time, I got a letter in my mailbox talking about my daddy. They done run my daddy will, my mama will and everything, but they got a lawyer to sign my name. So, and that I didn't hide it. The woman who want me to meet him over on the road, but he talked like Attorney Kim, and this tired of everything can do right here, and guess what? The woman who was in charge of my dad's house right there, the school teacher, she talking all that junk, gaslight and stuff. But my little sister done got everything situated, because she wanted to put it on the market.
gym. 5 bedrooms and all the bedrooms got all the TVs in it. But anyway, America, keep on watching. Stay tuned and see what, because I feel like I'm sitting in a couple home just a little bit too expected. Come on, we don't mess with my feather on my head. We elected you read next while you asking me.
Next speaker.
The next speaker is Mr. Jones.
How everybody doing today? First of all, I'd like to address Quincy Murphy. It's not personal, Quincy. And if it was personal, trust me, I will make you redder than you were when we came out with these shirts that I got on under this shirt jacket of mine. Trust me, it's not personal. The Dale Lewis is not personal. It's just that 19 out of 20 doors that were answered in the second ward signed your petition. My counterpart on the other side of the street was only getting 9 out of 10 doors answered until he decided to wear Eric May's shirt, and then his ratio went up to 29 out of 30 doors that were answered. Can't help it. It is what it is. Warned y'all, the people don't like the way you vote. Told you. Didn't listen. I'm gonna re-say that one more time. When that man put that Eric May's t-shirt on, they stopped asking him what was he coming to their door for. Do you understand that? So it's not personal, but everything y'all do, every comment y'all make is personal. And if you're so personal, you decided not to accept the funding for the House of Esther for personal reasons. You and Quincy. Quincy, you said you didn't do it because they wouldn't give your mama a spot to build it. You said that. At the last meeting, Quincy, yes, you did. You said that. So, and it's not personal. I'm just making accurate, true statements. Liddell, people were flagging me down. One woman told me, I thought I was gonna have to go downtown. I was looking for y'all. So, y'all can get mad or say what and forget about what you said, and because you today you forgot what you said in like 3 seconds. The same way you did when you put on another thing, Liddell. I will be signing the PPO against you because I am not Arthur Woodson. I would not hold my own and treat a woman like they are a man in combat. I am not going to do it.
Amen.
I'm not going, and I can see where you're going. I can see where this is going, and I believe in nipping things in the bud before I go too far. And I could be petty, and I could press charges against you for illegally having me moved from the last meeting. Even though Officer Mancal did not touch me, he was instructed by you to do it.
Yeah.
So, but I ain't like that. Okay, thank you.
Next speaker.
The next speaker is David Beachy. Mr. Beachy.
Hey, where that guy at? Oh my God, you finished speaking. Somebody go get Mace.
I forgot what I didn't come here for, but I hope you two don't let them bully you like they have other people to get rid of you. You're doing a great job. Mr. Piper, I can understand how he used to brag about getting you elected. Now I know why. That's all I got to say. You ought to be ashamed.
Wow.
For not siding with the white people.
Next on the speaker, please.
The last speaker is Doug Matthews.
Doug Matthews, retired social worker, 1520 Linwood Avenue. I've drafted an ethics complaint naming council members Quincy, Carter, and Burns and alleging ethics violations. Recently, these council members were photographed publicly wearing heavily embroidered polo shirts, displaying their names in council positions and promoting a law firm, giving the appearance of both personal and official endorsements. These photos are now permanently on the internet to be used or abused by anyone. Presumably, these matching customized promotional shirts were gifts. Public officials are prohibited from accepting gifts or anything of value from entities that could substantially be affected by their performance of their official duties. Charter Section 1-106(8). Whether or not gifts were accepted, the law firm's involvement in at least 4 lawsuits against the city, including challenging the legality of the ARPA board, adds a critical dimension. To further complicate matters, Ms. Burns is the plaintiff, or a plaintiff, in the ARPA case. She is therefore both the law firm's client and has a personal interest in the outcome of the ARPA case. The promotion of a law firm by these 2 council members in their official capacities, while the same law firm is involved in multiple actions against the city, including the ARPA lawsuit, presents at least the appearance of a conflict of interest between their personal interest in promoting the law firm and the public interest in defending against these suits. These conflicts must be disclosed per Ordinance 1-604(a). This ordinance explicitly requires recusal, not just abstentions, when dealing with matters where conflicts exist. 1-604(b). Additionally, the city charter prohibits public officials from engaging in activities incompatible with their official duties, presumably including using their council positions to provide advertising, promotion, and endorsements for a law firm representing multiple clients suing the city. Charter Section 1-106(c)(5). My opinion, the harm is significant and irreversible, but I'm willing to give these council members a fair opportunity to address my concerns. They can do so by submitting these facts to the city attorney, asking him to determine whether any ethical violations occurred and whether they in fact have a conflict of interest which requires their recuse. Thank you.
Any public speakers on the All right, if there are no more public speakers is now closed. Now it's time for council responses. Any response from council?
Madam Chair.
Mr. Murphy.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I want to thank, I didn't hear him say anything.
I'll, my comment will be over for
Ms. Burns.
She just rolled her eyes. Thank you. Thank you everyone who came. And to Mr. Doug Matthews, you're the same who steps to this podium and gives information. Number one, when you say about basically gaslighting. You are incorrect. And let me be perfectly clear. You made an assumption that I didn't pay for that shirt, which in fact I did pay for that shirt. And I'll show you the receipt. I'm trying to dig it up right now. So when you stuck at that point because you signed because Councilwoman Lewis, who took $50,000 in their application, I'm talking about an application for $50,000 for her personal nonprofit, then took a check for Ashley Capital for $1,500. How dare you come to this point and do that? This is I bought my shirt. I bought my mock vest shirt. That was turquoise. You're not supposed to talk. I'm talking. I bought my mock vest shirt that every year it's turquoise. I bought my purple one, mock vest t-shirt. I wear my company t-shirt. That's my free time. So when you ask something, you make an assumption. Excuse me. Can you warn him? You can warn him.
Excuse me, that's chair chairs. Mr. Matthews.
Can you stop my time, Davina, please?
So, Mr. Matthews, no speaking unless we're at the lectern. Go ahead.
With you being an Harvard attorney, I would expect it better of you, especially when it comes to facts. I wear shirts all the time. So if I'm wearing a suit and a label, am I advertising? You come to this point, you can be friends with them, but don't come
do that. You made an assumption. So when it comes to the city attorney or whatever, I wear a lot of t-shirts. Would you like me to get them at clothes? Would you like me to get you a copy of everything I wear? If my suit is Jones wear or if it's St. John's, would you like to see a receipt for that? I mean, you need to stop. You're being part of the problem now.
Yeah.
You're part of the problem. We don't need no more help being a problem. And then you claim to be a solution person. And you came to this podium to start some mess.
Yeah.
Anyone else like to speak for public comment? Excuse me, council response.
Yes. Yes, Madam Chair. Mr. Matthews, I want to get this clear with you, okay? I can wear whatever I want to wear on my body. Now, how did you know that I didn't pay for my t-shirt? Anything I wear, I pay for it. And yes, it did have my name on the t-shirt. Councilwoman Woodfrey Carter. I could wear a t-shirt with any other law firm name on it if I want to. How dare you? How dare you? Get your facts right first. With that being said, I would like to thank all of the public speakers for coming, voicing your opinions and your insight. Please continue to be engaged in the process. And thirdly, I would like to welcome my cousin, Andante Williams. Andante is from Flint. He's here visiting. He's from Germany. He came in from Germany. He is a command sergeant major in the Army. So I would like to welcome my cousin home. Thank you for coming and thank you for your service.
Thank you. And I also want to welcome Adante Williams to the city council meeting. Me and him went to school together, elementary, middle. I think we went to high school before I started skipping. But it's good to see you here today. We grew up around the corner from each other. I want to speak on Rich Jones because he brought up my mother, and I want to be clear when I hear people bring up my family that we get our cats together. My mother is part of a women's group that helped Devon Hamilton and Esther House renovate a room for young babies. What the women group do is they go around, and this is probably about 15 or 20 of them. They, from Genesee County, they go around and they volunteer. I know they done volunteer at the women's shelter, the men's shelter. They go to churches, they donate. Not only did my mother and her women's group help with Devon Hamilton and the Esther House, my grandmother, that is part of the Zeta, what is it? Zeta Bible. My grandmother, they did their own.
All right, simple fact.
My grandmother and they group, they supported and contributed towards the room. So not only did my mother, so when you come and speak on what my mother done, make sure you have my grandmother in there and they supported because they done a lot of good things. And there was a lot of different groups that sponsor rooms in there. I think I don't know if I really didn't hear what he always said, but I think he said my mother personally didn't want something. My mother personally don't want nothing out of the Esther House and the work that they do. She got enough dealing with her grandkids and us and being a family woman. She don't need to go and get a particular job.
Thank you, Mr. Marshall. Anyone else like to speak during public comment? Excuse me, Ms. Burns.
Excuse me, I'm out of the audience. I can talk to people.
Yeah, man.
Ms. Burns, you're out of order for being argumentative.
Go again, man.
Ms. Burns, you're out of order for being
Oh, okay. Hey, man, let go get that coochie.
Who's taking the chair ruled Councilwoman Burns out of order.
And you've, jumped on her case as she walked by.
About time you speak up, Tarzan.
But first things first, according to council rules,
Madam Chair, point of order. You ruled me out of order. I was not even sitting in my chair. I was having a conversation.
Right.
I wasn't even in my excuse. I wasn't even here for you to rule me out of order.
Right.
Again. So that isn't even a proper rule.
Point of order. Point of order.
What is your point?
Madam Chair, that ruling cannot stand. Let's be clear, she was not in her seat, she was in the audience, and she was having a conversation. You have nothing to do with that conversation that she was having.
We're in discussion, you should be asking for a second to review.
Right, so is there a second?
I did.
Not a problem. And so Ms. Burns was ruled out of order.
I'm not sure if you know, it's not, in your seat, can you, appeal the decision? My colleague.
She can't give me
I heard that appeal out there.
She can't give me when I wasn't even sitting, so that needs to be reversed.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I wasn't even sitting at the time. I was having a conversation. We all go to the audience and talk.
Oh, just like when we went out.
So Ms. Burns,
According to point of order, you need to order now. Eva Worthing saying I hit Doug. She put this claim I hit Doug.
again, so as we bring order back to the floor, we have, you have been given a warning for being argumentative with an
That's
audience
point of
member.
order. How would you know when I was out there, Madam Chair? I was not sitting. You cannot give me a warning. She can't appeal it. I mean, you second. You don't know what you're
This is the
doing.
wrong place for that. You have a second, and then we will proceed with the debate. Okay? So with that being said,
Point of order. So when I got a warning, but I'm going to talk to Attorney Kim too? Because I did have a conversation with him.
okay, so you have been ruled out of order for being argumentative according to our charter, our council.
Argumentative too. I was having a conversation. I was not with our council members.
Ms. Burns, you're illegally taking the floor, and then will be another
I
one.
can tell you are a horrible person, a horrible chair.
All right, so that is your second warning, Ms. Burns. So you are actually removed from this meeting. This is your second warning, Ms. Burns, thank you.
When Eva gonna get her warning?
Yeah, what is it? Are you going to warn her for stating I hit Doug Mack? Are you going to do that?
No?
Tarzan, tell her, break up the phone. Somebody get up. Get out.
Lack of quorum, let's go home. Lack of quorum. That's Eric's fault. Right. Right. Everything is Eric's fault. Everything is Eric's fault.
You took the camera from me.
It's your fault, Eric. It's your fault, Eric. Mr. Mays, it's your fault. Call another meeting Saturday.
Right.
Call the meeting Saturday. Call the meeting Saturday.
It's a wrap, folks.
Okay, now.
I forgot that's his phone. So John probably won't get that.
Nationwide, y'all. Nationwide. Nationwide.
Catch y'all next Monday, next Wednesday, 5 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock. We going live, TikTok, YouTube, everything, every week.